Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Anthony. I am the host and founder of Puget Sound Stormwatch on Facebook and YouTube. Welcome back to another briefing. I am happy to announce two things in the news. First of all, 14,000 followers on Facebook. Thanks to you guys. I couldn't have done this without you. Also, starting today, it's going to be the first full day of Puget Sound Stormwatch full time. So as usual with our briefings, we're going to start out by looking at the windy.com wind map. First thing that sticks out is this surface low off the northern Vancouver Island coast. And this is our cold front that we're going to be watching here in the near future. Switching to satellite view, this is what our cold front and associated low look like. I'm going to go back in time about an hour to show you guys the progression. So this is with smoothing on, but you can see this is the area of interest here, our cold front. It's about 100 miles off the coast and coming in quick. Next thing I want to look at is our coastal Langley Hill radar. This is starting at 6:02 a.m. and going all the way to, this is the 11:59 a.m. on the most recent run. So notice this little area of prefrontal showers coming onto the north coast. Those dissipate rather quickly, and then the leading edge of the front, well ahead of the area of moisture in question, is moving onto the coast at this time. So don't be surprised if you get some sprinkles if you live along the Washington and northern Oregon coast. But the area of interest is still about 115 or so miles to the west. Taking a look at the 12Z NAM3KM high-res model. I'm going to put this into motion and we're going to check out the progression of this cold front as it comes in. This is 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time tonight. The front is just coming onto the coast. Watch what comes next. A huge deluge of moisture takes over western Washington, just when we need it. And this is 7 p.m. tomorrow. Notice how this convergence zone is going to start forming over southern Whidbey Island, western Snohomish counties, and southern Skagit counties. Now, this will be an area of interest in the near future because there's a chance of isolated thunderstorms popping up in this convergence zone. This is 8 p.m. Wednesday. As the winds start to die down, the convergence zone will slide south a bit and gradually decrease in intensity as we go into Thursday morning. And after that, it's like the rain never happened. Surface cape values during the time of the convergence zone are indicative of potential energy near the ground. This could be critical to thunderstorm development if we can get the right conditions. See up here in Arlington, 753 joules per kilogram of CAPE, which quickly dissipates over time. So now the next big question is, what are the winds going to be like around the area? So on the wind map here from the NAM3KM, this is our cold front coming on shore. Put this into motion and watch as the cold front begins to move inland. So the cold front is now on the coast at this time. Watch as the winds kick up around the South and Central Sound. This is the passage of the cold front. Winds are coming out of the south at this time. Then winds start to pick up around the South Sound. This is 12 p.m. tomorrow. So right before the front slides in, got some winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour at the surface coming out of the west. And once the frontal passage comes through, winds are going to quickly shift to out of the south. This is when our convergence zone is going to begin to form up here. So this is 11 a.m. tomorrow. Strong winds out of the south going through the Admiralty Inlet up through the Strait of Juan de Fuca. And this is a 15 mile per hour burst of wind at JBLM at 3 p.m. Then winds will switch back to out of the southwesterly direction as the front moves out. What can we expect in the near term once this area of low pressure moves out? Put this into motion and you watch this little upper level trough slide into northwest Washington and then into eastern Washington as it moves out over Big Sky country. This is between 5 a.m. Saturday and 5 a.m. this morning. And watch what happens after that. See this huge area of red right here? That is our next upper level ridge building off the coast. This is going to greatly increase our temperatures depending on where this ridge sets up. There's a little bit of discrepancy based on some model runs on where it's going to set up, how long it's going to last, and the intensity of it. And then we return to zonal flow aloft. This is lines of pressure nearly parallel to latitude. It's going to give us more settled weather conditions for the most part. As we go towards the middle of August. And now the last thing I want to look at are precipitation totals over the next 360-hour period. This is as our front comes in, huge precip totals over the Olympics and the Northern Cascades, and also desperately needed precipitation over the Bear Gulch fire in Mason County. This is well after our frontal system has passed, so precipitation is going to be little to none over this period. See, it's only barely going up as we hit the 360-hour period. This is through Wednesday, August 20th at 5 a.m. So not much more after that initial period. And with all that being said, I appreciate you guys again for tuning in to this briefing. I hope to post another briefing as soon as tomorrow, if not Thursday. And also just heads up everyone, if you follow me on Facebook, I plan to go live at around 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time tonight as a little celebratory live stream for 14,000 followers on Facebook, as well as going full time on Puget Sound Stormwatch. Have a great day everybody, and let's pray for some rain.